Hello, parasocial besties. Welcome. How was your week? Hopefully it was good. We actually had two fun things happen last week. Okay, so number one, melon with seeds. Can we get a round of applause? They're burnt out and still doing their homework. I'm burnt out and I barely remember to get out of bed some days, so snaps, melon seeds. That is some very good news for the week. Also, happy birthday to Milo. They turned 19 and had a good week. Love that for you, parasocial bestie. Comment your good news for the week. Let us gas you up as the parasocial bestie collective. This week I thought it'd be really fun to revisit a movie that I had watched like a year or two ago, Velocipastor. I watched it when I was in my yee Republican era. I don't really know how I found this movie that funny. This movie has racism, this movie has bad acting, this movie has equipment in the scenes for some reason. Those shouldn't be there. Get the boom mic out, boys. Focus out. Just because it's low budget doesn't mean it needs to look like Also, sorry, I have eyeshadow on my wrist. I didn't realize. Anyway, I got reminded of this movie a few weeks ago. Someone in my family was laughing about it and I was like, oh my god, yeah, that movie was so funny. So I went back to watch it and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that we hated China so much. There's a loathing for China in this movie that I truly do not understand. I'm not sure what Chinese man did this director wrong, but he fucking hates them. I've watched this movie 3 times. Like, this is gonna be my 3rd time watching the movie right now. And I'm gonna be honest, I did check out the 2nd time I watched this. So I'm gonna be raw dogging some of these reactions because I feel like there's a lot that I probably did miss based on the first 15 minutes of this movie that really had my attention until my ADD kicked in and I started working on doing my nails.
May my enemy be like the wicked. May my opponent be like the unrighteous. Amen. Thank you, and God bless. Mom and Dad!
So these are the killer special effects that you can expect throughout the entire movie. At first I was like, oh, it's just a cute little tongue-in-cheek thing. Now I'm just kind of thinking that they didn't have the budget, time, or energy to put in making this movie look good. And they were like, it'll be funny, it's fine. If you think this was lazy, just you wait. That's another thing they do. Actually, you know what? I told myself I was gonna do this. I'm gonna keep track of how much time these motherfuckers waste for us. What you say? I don't know why I've been acting like an 11-year-old Mormon boy lately, but I've been saying motherfricker a lot. It's my new favorite thing to say. Or son of a turd. I don't know. It's just been fun for me. I guess I'm just quirky.
It's what parents do. They die on you. They're in a better place.
I just don't know what to believe anymore, Father Stewart.
Just know that God has a plan for us all. Everything happens for a reason. Here, drink some more wine.
I wish they'd done some sort of, I don't know, color grading or something. I don't know if that's the right word, but oh my god, this movie is so washed out. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the movie because I'm just appalled at how washed out it is. That's probably so nitpicky, but again, I genuinely believe they put like 5 minutes of effort into this movie. Everything was just one shot. You're not getting a redo, so you better not fuck up your lines. So I really can't imagine that they'd put much effort into the post-production for this movie. And by the looks of this dark, washed out, crusty scene, I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure that old man is the writer-producer's dad, and I'm pretty sure his mom's in here at some point too. Hers is a much smaller role. She says like 3 lines before she's eliminated, but she's in here.
I'm starting to question my faith.
It's because your world has changed. You should travel, Doug. Discover how others live. I think it'll do you good.
Travel? But to where?
I don't really know what this choice is, but they continuously pull out this tell don't show in the weirdest, most chaotic ways. It's usually in creepy little cutaways like this.
Go where you think God will not follow. If you find him there, then you'll know he's within you.
Thank God. I was literally just about to say, can someone clean up this moisture on his lip? I didn't notice that they did that the first time, but I also didn't notice that he had some sort of liquid on his mouth for like a good 15 seconds before they went, okay, hold on, cut, dab, dab, dab. Okay, get back in there, tiger. Okie dokie. Let's break down what's happened real quick. It's been 3 minutes and 21 seconds, and so far what's happened is he's given a sermon, his parents were blown up, and then his bestie, or whoever the hell, he tells him to go somewhere where God
will not follow.
And that's China. I don't know why they think China's like this godless land, but it's all downhill from here, truly.
China.
Just in case you weren't looking, like I wasn't at the time, you'll listen to him go, China, and then know exactly where he's at, so it's fine. You really don't have to pay attention, because if you're not looking at the screen, they'll just explain to you what's going on. Anyway, he's wandering around the forest of China as we speak.
China is east. Oh my God!
Okay, so we have a lot to unpack here. First off, who is this lady? Second off, why is she wearing what looks like a rice patty hat? Maybe a karate costume? I don't think they just run through the forest in those. People who live in China, sound off below. So we have that. And then we have that archery shot that was like, I don't think that arrow is actually gonna go anywhere, Katniss Everdeen. Not to mention, by the time it hit her, she was already standing there like this. A lot of the shots that they choose to use in this movie are so weird because it's all about angles and they just choose the most inconvenient angles for some reason. And this is just the first example of them not really understanding how angles work and perception can be altered. That's kind of the fun about making movies and visual content. You get to mess with the lighting and color grading and creativity of it all. I've never directed a movie, so maybe I'm just being ignorant. I do think there's a better way to have that whole scene play out, though.
Brendan, I don't need
I don't understand.
dragon warrior.
He does that like a caveman. What this thing? He's so goofy with it.
Ah! 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 Ah!
And there's that, I don't know, maybe an umbrella or a sheet to cast better lighting. I don't know what it is, but it shouldn't be there. And I know that for a damn fact. Get it out of here.
The dream again?
The very same. And the pain in my hand.
A disease from your travels, no doubt. Something stuck on this artifact you cut your hand with. It's no wonder this haunts your dreams. What did that Chinese say? Dragon warrior?
What did that Chinese say? Pretty sure there's a better way to say that doesn't feel so racially charged. I feel like he could have said, what did that woman who died in your arms say? I think you would know who you're talking about. Seems like a pretty individual, once-in-a-lifetime experience. I don't think you needed to bring race into it, girl boss.
Here's food if you're hungry. I'm sure you'll forget all about China soon. Bye.
That was a weird hug, and I'm not really sure why we needed a multi-angle experience with it.
Hungry. Have to get out.
Spare some change, sir.
No, I don't have
Please.
any. No. No
Please,
material
I just
possession!
need
Oh my God, watch it.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless you. You're a born angel, I know it.
Ooh, foreshadowing, kind of. I feel like they meant it to be foreshadowing, but they never really brought the point home. And if they didn't, that's just a weird thing. It's like Chekhov's angel. Don't call her an angel unless you plan on having her, like, save some lives or turning into some weird, unidentifiable eyeball creature floating through the ether. Don't do it.
Carol, hello. Oh, God damn you, Carol.
Also, he slapped her weird. Did he go like that? That's such a weird way to slap someone.
God damn you, Carol. How many fucking times I have to tell you not to question what I do? Now, what's my name?
Frankie Mermaid.
And why is my name Frankie Mermaid?
Cause you're swimming in bitches.
You're goddamn right. Now, where are you gonna trick tonight?
The park.
Cause that's where the real money's at.
Did you guys know that his name is Frankie Mermaid because he's swimming in bitches? Because we're too dumb to figure that out if they would just introduce him naturally and normally. Actually, I think the reason they did it is because the person who wrote this, Brendan, doesn't really know how to write a concise plot. He introduces his character, and spoiler alert, he dies like 2 scenes later. So they really had limited time in which to introduce him fully. But I feel like there was still a better way than being like, who am I? And tell me why I'm this person. He wants to be Hugh Jackman so bad. So I guess this man's just been running through the forest all day and all night. It seemed like the middle of the day when he busted out of the house.
Please.
No.
But all of a sudden, the full moon's high in the sky. What's going on?
Your money or your life?
They don't give me the money, I don't have the money.
Then take me to who does.
He'll kill you.
That makes 2 of us.
What? He'll kill you. That makes two. So he's gonna kill himself? I feel like that line doesn't make as much sense as they were hoping. And this man's acting choices are fucking revolting. The way he's like and moving his mouth. Oh my god.
Who does want to hear your life?
Visceral full body ick. Please stop. Peep the visual effects, ladies and ladies, because this is as good as it's gonna get. A shitty $60 costume off of Amazon.
Hello, my child.
Carol,
Doug.
last night was amazing.
Oh, I see. Well, let me be fair in saying that this can never happen again.
So it was just a one-time thing?
Yes. Honestly, it never should have happened at all.
That's for sure.
Oh, was it bad?
Girl, why do you care? You should be giving 72 or whatever the hell Hail Marys. You think you just fucked. And I don't think that's allowed in your line of work, sir. Carol really is being so cryptic. Like, we know that she's talking about a velociraptor attack, but obviously he wouldn't expect that because that's a weird thing to have happened. But she's being so weird. Like, just tell him. It seems like a simple conversation to have. A weird conversation, he's probably gonna think you lost your mind, but it should be pretty straightforward. We shouldn't have to play these games, Carol.
Honestly, it all happened so quickly. I was very scared. I think I even peed myself.
Was it your first time, too?
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I'm a priest. So we can never say it's
Wait, what are you even talking about?
Why is he not concerned that she was scared and peed herself? I feel like he should have been like, back up, what do you mean, what did I do? But he's like, so like, was it your first time or?
What are you talking about?
The time you turned into a dinosaur and ate someone.
Wait. What?
Sorry, I know I just stopped, but that was such a funny shot. Like, why did they have to make sure we knew he was covering his ween?
I can show you the body. 430.
Ew, tuck your bulge, sir. This feels like just a bit like, heh, look at it, it's a man in a dress. Isn't that so funny? Men shouldn't do that. Why would a man be in a dress that makes him look like Velma? You can't tell me this girl doesn't lounge around in cozy PJs. I know she's gotta have a pair of sweatpants and a big t-shirt somewhere. Just because she's a sex worker doesn't mean that she's gonna lounge in whatever this early 2000s disgusting piece of attire is. At this point, Carol shows Doug the body from his rampage last night, and she proposes a vigilante-style operation where he would eliminate bad guys while in Were-Raptor mode. Father Doug does not take this well.
I have to do confessions.
Right now?
Yes, right now!
But it's funny because his undies are showing. Men can't wear dress. Ha 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 ha. So funny. Dress for girls.
Douglas, you're late for confession.
Sorry.
What the fuck? This movie loves to waste our time.
Hello, my child. How long has it been since your last confession?
2 years? There's a lot of ground to cover.
You can't smoke in here, my son.
Frankie fucking Mermaid smokes where the fuck he wants because his life is on fire.
What is it that you would like to confess?
Oh, geez, I guess we could cover the last 4 days. Pimp bitches, I do drugs, sell drugs, murder people.
You've taken blood from Malice?
Malice? Whoa, no. More like fun. And business. You know, I got bosses. They tell me to kill people, so I kill people.
Who was the last that you've slain?
Oh, shit. Actually, a couple months ago, this fucking old couple, I blew up their car.
Anyway, it's Frankie Mermaid's fault that Doug's family blew up in the beginning of this movie. So then Doug goes Velocipastor mode and takes this guy's throat out.
Kinda gave me a hard on, Padre. Add that to the confession, too.
You...
Oh, actually, you might know him. One of your priest friends comes running out, yelling, Mom, Dad, like it's his fucking parents or something like that.
You murdered my parents!
But it's funny because it's only his hands, or rather, I guess, raptor claws that come through. But his head's the same. The rest of his body is the same. It's just his little hands. It's funny that he could have just tapped into that particular little power this whole time instead of going full Velociraptor mode. But I guess they had to get their money's worth out of that shit costume. God, they really couldn't even match it to his skin tone, could they? This movie's just kind of an eyesore from start to finish. There's a lot to complain about, and I'm so sorry. I understand that I've been stopping every 5 seconds. I've been recording for an hour, and I'm only 21 minutes into the movie. I'm frustrated with myself, okay?
If we're gonna do this, How are we gonna do this?
We'll make a plan.
Hopefully you'll make a plan. That's literally what he's asking you to do. That's really the only way you can make anything happen is with a plan. I mean, he kind of seems thrilled about the idea of making a plan, so I guess what do I know? I think it's just a funny line to say. I would genuinely be so annoyed if I was like, what are we gonna do? And I'm all stressed out and freaked out. My friend's like, we're gonna make a plan. I'm like, yeah, girl. I figured. That's what I'm asking you. What's step one of the plan?
I can still practice.
Yeah, I think. I don't know much about God.
I don't know much about dinosaurs. My parents, they were murdered not too long ago. I killed the man that killed them.
So she freaks out. She's thrilled. Frankie Mermaid's dead, and she is a slave to no one anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna skip through this. This is the longest interlude ever. Just to show that he's falling in love with her and that they're kicking ass and taking names and murdering bad guys. That's all you need to know. Oh my god, okay. It gets really racist from here on out.
It's hard to say, sir. We've had rumors from the underground of a fearsome dragon warrior. They say he can take on 10 men at a time. That is the word of the people, Master Wei Cheng.
Do not speak of my Christian name here.
I can't be sure, but I feel like this is some sort of stereotype or caricature. I don't actually think Chinese men dress like this, with that specific beard, mustache combo. It feels deliberately racist, but you tell me. Maybe I'm just being the friend that's too sensitive. It's really weird the way they make this man go between Chinese and English, because to me, it seems like Linguini can understand you. We do not need to go in and out.
Well, sir, we'll have another shipment of coke in tomorrow, prepared exactly as you ordered.
But why? See, that's what I don't understand. And they never really explain why stopping the Dragon Warrior will make them kingpins in the drug exchange. I say it like it's the Neopet Plaza exchange or whatever the hell. I'm gonna hop down to the black market and get myself some cocaine. And then they waste more of our time with what I think they thought was genuinely a very funny bit, and it's just so not. At least not to me. Maybe I'm the stick in the mud. What's that in the top right corner? More equipment. What's wrong, Daddy? Jesus hung out with prostitutes. What's your deal? Honestly, Jesus kind of kicked ass and took names. Jesus is sick as hell. A lot of Christians, especially the loud minority, make him seem like a douche. But Jesus was kind of slay, honestly. Doug tries to confide in Steven, and then Father Steven panics and assumes that Doug is actually just possessed, and that's how we end up at this weirdo's house. But first...
We're happy with your life's decisions.
I'm so proud of you, Doug. You're my only son.
Oh my god. More laughing to waste our time. Here we go. This is my audition to be in this movie. Hire me now, please. That was a weird line for the dad to think, but just you wait, it does come back. But if it struck you as an odd thing to say, you're not wrong for being confused.
Becoming a priest is a big decision, son. Do you really think it's for you?
I think I can do good, Dad. Help people and become a servant of God. The way we're meant to be.
All I want you to do is remember this. If you ever find yourself lost in the woods, can't hear his voice, just follow your heart. Your heart will always lead you back home.
Are they at the actual pearly gates of heaven? Do they have priest school up above? Where the hell are they? Either way, they keep throwing in these really sentimental seeming messages and moments and then just dropping them pretty much immediately and never really revisiting them outside of like maybe a passing nod toward them later. There are a lot of setups that leave you kind of blue-balled.
Why don't you hop on out? Your mom and I will take a drive. We'll pick you up after priest college.
Thanks, Dad.
Why is the mom in the back seat?
Decided to skip the bureaucracy and take matters into other hands.
Where are we?
Somewhere the church forgot. Sometimes we need evil to fight evil, Doug.
I'm sorry, you're not in China. Isn't that where you said the church forgot earlier? Oh no, it was God. Okay, regardless, they keep saying the weird, scary locations where weird, scary things happen are where God would never be, or where the church forgot.
You must be Doug.
Altair is a practicing exorcist, though his methods are sometimes suspect.
Now, I understand you're being stalked by some kind of specter. Tell me about that.
Is it really a specter? I don't think specters can make you shapeshift into a velociraptor, but far be it from me. Again, not super religious, so what do I know?
Sammy's dead. They got Bennett, Andrew Martin.
This whole scene is a waste of time if we're being honest. It literally has nothing to do with anything. I'll sum it up for you though, and then I'll show you my favorite part. Basically, Father Stephen has a flashback to his war days where he was an 85-year-old, 17-year-old vet.
Adeline? Adeline! Adeline!
James!
Adeline!
James!
Adeline!
I don't think we can do anything for her now. She's too far gone.
What do you think she was doing in the forest?
I don't know. Maybe she was trying to start a family.
That part just tickled me pink. It's a very simple bit, and every single time I see it, I laugh really hard. You know, I guess the scene did have a small purpose, and that was to tell us why he became a priest. It was an ambitious attempt to flesh out his story. I don't think it paid off, but I did appreciate that little part of the scene.
Now, Doug, there may be some discomfort during the ceremony. Do not hesitate to speak out if you feel anything extraordinary.
God damn, how deep is that V-neck, sir? That goes all the way down to the tip. This man in his hairy cleavage needs to cover up.
Are you feeling anything?
More.
Anxiety.
Anything else?
Feels a little hot in here.
Feel what's deep inside of you, Doug?
I feel hungry.
Stop the sale! Stop! Doug, are you okay?
Why did it make that squishy, wet little noise? That's disgusting. It's funny because it looked like all he did was like pluck his little eyeball out, which is a very precise action. I feel like it's all or nothing. It's gonna be like the lady, you know, who married Sam in Twilight.
Crikey, it's the Dragon Warrior. We're gonna use Master Wei Chang's famous arc method of attack. Jenny, you head left, down the side. I'm gonna use my famous water.
Brendan, buddy, I just want to talk. Can we focus? Please. We didn't need to say that all out loud. We didn't need to know their play-by-play. They could have just attacked and we would have been none the wiser. I imagine it was just so we could go into whatever this is. Clearly, I wasn't paying attention last time I watched it because I genuinely have no idea what's about to happen. I'm pretty sure that at this point, watching the movie, I had already been checked out for 30 minutes. So we're in this ride together, besties.
歡迎嚟到契爺國啊，大佬。
Where am I?
新澤西啊，呢度係開智開光聖 Artemimus Academy。
Where's Doug?
Doug 唔喺度啊，你喺度啦，佢遲啲都會嚟㗎。Come with me.
How did Father Stephen get there? Because the last we had seen, he got his eyeball popped out at Alistair's. So what he's doing in China is beyond me. They express shipped him too. How did he get there so quickly? I imagine it's only a few hours later. Like, I know I'm nitpicking, but depending on where you're at in the States, it takes like 16-ish hours to get to China. This man spent no time in the hospital. Where did he get the eye patch from? He had time to stop at the eye patch store?
我係槍老豆，聖地 Artemius 嘅大佬。 冚唪唥啲兄弟同煲同撈打生打死，目的就係一個。
Don't understand. What do you do?
我哋成班搞掂咗一大紮咁嘅嘢，而家仲有一大幫嗰啲搞搞震嗰啲咁嘅人，我哋已經。
Is St. Artemis Academy 3 tents in the forest? Because there's been no indicator of a building anywhere. Okay, so their purpose, destroy infidels and anybody who gets in the way of their purpose. As they were talking, I did remember why Father Doug's parents were eliminated. It has nothing to do with this at all. It's completely fucking unrelated. And the fact that whatever mermaid somehow got involved, Freddie Mermaid, whatever, got involved, I don't know why he was there. Based on the actual reason that the parents were killed, nothing to do with drugs, everything to do with a personal vendetta.
What does drug smuggling have to do with Christianity?
一放入紐約，成個上晒人，你知唔知道啊？全部跟住我啲料，全部都邊度都唔去得，惡過嚟我呢個乒乒乓。
乒乒乓。
乒乒乓。
幫助小組。
講俾你聽，全部世界安靜晒，搞掂晒。
Manifest destiny, that's what we're doing here, Father Stewart.
That's inhuman!
屌啦嘛！冇啲眼光呢條友。
God, Christians want to be oppressed so fucking badly. I don't know why the scroll caught on fire, it just did.
Still don't recognize me. Remember me now? Brother!
Sam.
You're my only son. My only son.
Okay, see, now it makes sense that he would say you're my only son. That was another funny thing. Chekhov's favorite son, we can check off. Thank God they wrapped that weird little line up. As you can see, the implication is that it has nothing to do with drugs or faith. It's because his brother's a bitter little bitch that he wasn't given the attention that he felt he deserved as a child. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't agree. Their parents seem super negligent, but still. It has nothing to do with the drug smuggling dark underbelly of the world. It's just about a familial dispute.
Sam, it's not too late. Don't do this.
You're blind, dummy. I will not stain the sword of my ancestors with your blood!
What ancestors? Your mayonnaise parents? They didn't own that sword. You just picked that up at Swords and More. You probably haven't even gotten anybody else's blood on it. It was probably only yours when you nicked it trying to take it out of its bag when you first bought it.
What's so funny? You and Pop playing ball in the yard?
They're standing like it's a turn-based fight.
Your ancestors are my ancestors.
Now, what the hell is that? I didn't realize that his powers came with the power of Matilda.
Carol. It's too late for me.
Diva down. What do you mean it's too late for you? That is the most superficial cut I've seen in my life. They had us believing earlier that he was supposed to be bleeding out from that tiny little flesh wound.
Oh God, I think I'm still bleeding. Carol.
Far be it from me to judge how somebody creeps, but you are literally being attacked by these ninjas, and it's your turn. Wrap it up with your girlfriend. Okay, now they're gonna waste our time for another minute and a half.
I believe in a higher power, but praying right now will never save.
The visual effects from here on out are just atrocious. Why did they give this dinosaur scoliosis? That's crazy. Posture check, goddamn. I'm so overstimulated. Someone was just on the ground and now they're not. It's so loud. The camera's shaking all over the place. Nobody's where they're supposed to be. They keep being knocked out and then getting back up. I like that song. This is a continuity crisis. That is a disease on the eyes.
You are the last one.
What? New lore unlocked? What? So is he saying that there was a time where there was the werewolf equivalent of a velociraptor, a horde of Velocipeople just running around the forest of China? That's hilarious to think about. The idea that there were a bunch of Chinese warriors that turned into velociraptors and nobody caught on, and also they were called dragons. I don't think, based on Chinese lore, dragons look like velociraptors. They're just kind of making things up at this point. He says you're the last of the dragon warriors, but that's not true because he still does have the velociraptor claw at home. They could just infect someone else. It really doesn't have to end. I don't think this man knows that Doug didn't follow instructions and destroy the claw.
I think my hand is immune.
How much do you want to bet that's on someone's mantle somewhere looking just as caricature racist as it does right now? I doubt they ever removed that hair from it.
We did it.
I think she's ready right now. Did you want to see her?
You bet I would.
Carol? Wait, he says Carol is really funny. This entire movie, he cannot nail down a specific way to say Carol. Carol. He tries it out in different accents, in different pitches. Least consistent acting choice this man's made the entire movie.
Carol, are you okay?
What the fuck? You mean to tell me she was bleeding out and dying at Camp 310 and what they needed to do was put her in an exam room and she's wearing a flannel underneath? I have so many questions and I know I'm not going to get any answers. She did not have that outfit on when she left. I know because I was stressed out about her boobs staying in place. And also she wasn't wearing flannel. She was wearing her stupid little cheetah jacket.
You know, the church won't stop with Wei Chang's death. They were here, gonna be somewhere else.
China, now that I've officially resigned from the church, I guess we'll have to sort things out all over the world.
There's $1 billion bounty on your head.
You can tell he's a tough guy now because he has a cigarette behind his ear. Who put the bounty on his head? Who is the church getting this money from? Because, like, the church is now after him because he killed Wei Chen, but the only reason it seems like... Actually, I really can't make sense of the plot at all. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why the church cares so much about this man. I don't know what his parents did to deserve that other than have problems within the family. So I don't really know how that extends into some pastoral drug overlord world, but okay, pop off. This movie makes no sense. The plot makes no sense. I wish they weren't making a second, but they are, and I'll definitely be watching it when they do. It seems really unnecessary. I thought Wei Chen was the head honcho, and then I thought the brother was the head honcho because he's the one who asked for the hit on the parent, so he was Frankie Mermaid's boss. You know, like, the hierarchy is fucked. It makes no sense. I don't get what's happening here. So that was Velocipastor. What did you guys think? The summary for this movie is, after losing his parents, a priest travels to China where he inherits a mysterious ability that allows him to turn into a dinosaur. At first horrified by this new power, a hooker convinces him to use it to fight crime and ninjas. I can't take fighting ninjas seriously. It was ruined in the early millennial days to me, and it feels like they're widowy fighting ninjas right now. I guess that's how you could summarize the movie. Technically, yes, that is what happened in the movie. That description doesn't tell us anything about drugs, the overlords. The summary is lacking, and the movie makes no sense. 2 out of 10 because I laughed twice. I'm excited to watch Velocipastor too. Actually, I guess excited's the wrong word. Yeah, I think that's anxiety. I'm anxious to watch the next one. I'm gonna do it. I don't love feeling so lost when I watch a movie, and yet I'm going to willingly get myself lost in the woods just to watch Velocipastor 2 one day. I'm really nervous to edit this because I'm scared it's not going to make a lot of sense, so we'll see. Anyway, if I earned your subscription by the end of the video and you liked this video, please go ahead and subscribe. I don't know if you guys did it last week, but don't forget to check out Ana Luisa. I still have my 20% off that I'll put in the description, so go check them out. I really want to talk shit about this movie in the comments together. So go watch it and report back. We're going to have a little conversation about it in the comments. Okay, bye.